So today we're going to be doing some maths. In maths today, I'm not going to give you sums to do or anything like that. We're just going to look at numbers. If you remember back to the beginning of the week, I started with a research topic of Mt Vesuvius and Pompeii. I'm going to carry on with that into our maths today and look at Mt Vesuvius and Pompeii in numbers. So here we have Mount Vesuvius and Pompeii in numbers. I've included in each of the slides a photograph which is probably relevant to the fact in numbers. So that's just a picture of Mount Vesuvius, and you can see down it's got a massive great crater there at the top. So Mount Vesuvius has erupted 31 times since, between 79 AD, which was the big eruption which destroyed Pompeii, and 1944. Between 1036 and 1660, there were no recorded eruptions. So it went for over 600 years without actually doing anything. Pompeii covered land, and it covered 160 to 170 acres of land. That made it a really quite big city. So if you have a look there, that's Mount Vesuvius in the background and the remains of Pompeii in the foreground. Mount Vesuvius is 9 kilometers from the city of Naples, and it is actually situated in what is known as the Bay of Naples. Pompeii was set in over 440 meters above sea level, so it's uphill slightly. I think it's, I'm not sure if it's on the seaside or the other side of Mount Vesuvius. Maybe that's something that somebody could look up and maybe email me and let me know. In 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted for 2 days. So in 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted and it destroyed Pompeii and several other settlements. But the eruption itself actually only lasted for 2 days. Building up to the eruption, there were earthquakes and lots of other signs that the volcano was going to erupt. But unfortunately, in those days, the Romans really didn't have a clue what was going on. Pumice stone rained down for 18 hours. That's 18 hours. Stone just rained down on Pompeii. And this would explain why it was buried under so much ash and rock. Volcanic ash, gases and stones were thrown 21 miles into the sky. Now, some of you may remember, and certainly adults will remember, a few years ago when there was a volcano in Iceland that erupted, and the ash and the gases and the stones that were thrown up into the sky actually caused all of the airlines to have to stop their aeroplanes for a very long time because it was very dangerous to fly aeroplanes through volcanic ash. And some people will remember that it got very dusty and cars got very dusty here, and that was the volcanic ash that was travelling right up in the sky, really high, and just coming down when it rained. Pompeii was buried under 4 to 6 meters of ash and stone. So 4 to 6 meters, well, think about it. Social distancing at the moment is 2 meters, and that's quite a lot. Double that or treble that, and then you will have how deeply buried Pompeii was. Pompeii was home to 11,000 people, to 11,500 people. That's quite a lot of people. Again, if you think about how many people live where you live in your town, and see whether or not it comes anywhere near close to the people that lived in Pompeii. The pyroclastic flow flowed for 6 miles at the temperatures of upwards of 200 degrees Celsius. 250, degrees Celsius. It was 450 degrees Fahrenheit as well. So that's really hot. That would have absolutely annihilated anything that got anywhere near. So there's my Mount Vesuvius and Pompeii in numbers. I enjoy looking up number facts. I wonder if you can do the same. So can you find your own number facts on Mount Vesuvius and Pompeii, and then email them to your teacher, who will then send them to me. Can't wait to see what you can do, guys. Have fun. Bye-bye.